Recently, I talked about the Switch 2 being in the wild, and with that, we have got a bunch of images of the box itself, and even inside the box, and of course, people holding the console. There is something I'm a little worried about seeing all of these images, and it's not about the Nintendo Ninjas, it's not about the UI, it's about the box itself. And I'm a little worried. Are we gonna have a repeat of the Wii U? Let's talk about it. So if you guys have no idea what I'm talking about, this right here, this is what I'm talking about. Because right now, this is the OLED box right next to the Switch 2 box. And besides the color, they look really similar. And I kind of get what they're doing here. They want to have the Switch family of systems. I think Doug Bowser even said it in an interview where he said, oh, if you can't get the Switch 2, we're still releasing games for the Switch 1. So it's the idea of, yes, you're getting into the Switch family of systems. So they still want some sort of cohesion with that. But are your grandparents, are your parents gonna understand the difference between the right box, the OLED box, and the Switch 2 box? If you're a kid and you put on your Christmas list, I want a Switch 2, or even let's just say your birthday is close by and you put that you want a Switch 2, and of course your parents, especially now, go to a Target, a GameStop, and they're actually sold out of all the Switch 2s, but they have the OLED box, the Switch 1 box. They look so similar. Look at them. I think quite a few people will accidentally buy an OLED box or an OLED Switch, considering there is a black OLED. I haven't seen a lot of these in the wild, but I do know these were meant for display purposes and actually sold as well. Looking at these two, it is a little concerning because I don't know, the shape of the box, it was of course different, but that doesn't matter. It depends how they're displayed, and of course every company is going to display it differently. I'm not saying that the Switch 2 is going to turn off the Wii U, but they're kind of going down the same situation they did before, and I'm honestly a little surprised. I mean, of course, we have the Mario Kart World box, and I'm a little confused about this box as well, because I believe this one was taken at the Nintendo New York store, and it has the circle on the top right saying this includes Mario Kart World. And actually, part of the reason why I wanted a normal Switch box is because of this circle right here, because this isn't a sticker, it is printed on the box. And I just wanted a clean box to look at, clean box to store. I still have my original Switch box. I don't know, I'm one of those people that keeps boxes like that. We've seen two versions of this box, and of course with these I have a little less concern, because I think you see Mario Kart World, and if hypothetically you're a parent and you're like, oh, I'm gonna get this bundle because my kid wants to play this game, and you're already getting a Switch 2. Of course, people ask, yeah, this is obvious, but I'm thinking of the older generation and the whole reason why the Wii U was a flop. But going back to the Mario Kart World bundle, there's this box as well, which I think I prefer more than the circle sticker. But yeah, I'm not worried about these. It's just the base model Switch 2 that I'm worried about, because it looks very similar. And it is completely opposite to what they're doing with the games, which is very confusing because the games are red. If you showed me these two pictures and you're like, which one's a Switch 1 and which one's a Switch 2, I could tell you, no questions asked. The outside of the boxes as well are exactly the same. There's a massive Switch 2 on the top. Here, let me pull one up. You guys have definitely seen box arts this before, but there's this massive Nintendo Switch 2 red top. The box itself is red. I mean, there's a whole text blurb at the bottom. I could tell that this is a different kind of game than the Switch 1, which had the clear box. Honestly, I prefer the Switch 1 box than the Switch 2 box, but it is crazy because they did so much effort into making the boxes, the cartridge box is different, but then the actual packaging for the console itself is so similar. I'm interested to see how many people accidentally buy an OLED. Here's a better render of the Switch 2 box that isn't in the wild. It looks a lot the OLED box, and it kind of scares me. I don't know how I would have designed the box, but I do not think I'd make it that similar. And again, I'm not worried about us. It's more about the older generation. I just don't want any potential Wii confusion, and I feel this is the early kind of signs for that. But let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Am I worrying about nothing, or do you think these boxes look a little too familiar, similar? Let me know. Anyways, I'm Crafty, and I will see you guys tomorrow.